What's up, guys? So I'm sure everyone is really excited with the Akuma reveal, and it's finally time to break this character down. I've been watching a lot of footage, so really excited to do this. Akuma is the first of the 6 DLC characters that is coming to Season 2 for Street Fighter V. Now, guys, I cannot use the footage that people have been posting. Of course, they do not belong to me, but I can use the trailer footage at the end to kind of describe the moves, and I'll go through it like chronologically on exactly what you're seeing. So let's begin with Akuma. First off, his playstyle, of course, is a very aggressive character, definitely, especially since his fireballs don't even go full screen. Huge utility, a really big move set, and of course he has 2 supers. He gets the Raging Demon when he activates V-Trigger. Not too many characters in this game have 2 supers. I guess you could count Nikali and Ryu, for example, or even Guile when he has his V-Trigger. In terms of health, Akuma, no surprise, has the lowest health at 875. A really strange number. I would assume it'd be 850 if I were to guess, but it's 875. To put in perspective, Cammy and Karen have 900 HP. He also has 900 stun as well. Movement-wise, looking at the footage, he looks like average to just a little fast. Pretty much looks like Ryu walk speed, nothing too insane like Cammy. His jump looks normal as what you would expect from him. Now let's go over command normals. Command normals, he has down medium kick in the air. This is his dive kick, traditional dive kick, jump forward, and then at the peak of your jump, down and medium kick. It does not hit overhead as you'd expect in Street Fighter V. And then you can follow up with a combo if you hit it deep, or if you hit him at the toes, or if they're crouching, of course. Forward medium punch, this is Akuma's traditional overhead where he just slaps them downwards. Average speed, and looks unsafe if blocked, and then you can't really continue after it if it hits. Forward hard punch, this is another overhead attack, and this is a new one. Akuma actually jumps really slightly, like a small hop in the air, and slams downwards, and you can link after this overhead. It looks, I would say it's like Ibuki overhead speed, but it's safe on block. So it definitely has that like Ibuki vibe on his overhead. So he has 2 overhead options, one that's like faster but unsafe, can combo, and one that's slow, safe, and can combo. Really interesting, and you see it in the trailer too, which I'll show you guys at the end of this video. Back hard punch, this is what you would expect Akuma's crouching hard punch to look like. He's just punches straight upwards, and definitely looks like an anti-air. And yeah, it basically replaces his old crouching hard punch animation. Also, Akuma's taunt, his taunt is an attack. It basically, he just slams downwards at the ground. It reminds me of, I'd say, Urien's taunt from Third Strike, but way slower. Way slower. You cannot, it's not practical to use this in a real match. You'd only be able to use it when the opponent is dizzy, and you can cancel it into super. So it's just something that, it's just showboating. It's a showboat taunt. But it's really cool because it is an attack. Target combos. Akuma has 2 target combos. Standing hard kick into hard kick. You know Akuma's double kick roundhouse in Street Fighter 4? Well, basically, if you press hard kick once, he just does only 1 kick now. And if you press it twice, then he'll do the second kick, which you can combo afterwards. So this is just like Street Fighter 4, basically. Standing hard punch into hard punch. This is another new target combo. Basically, Akuma would do his traditional standing hard punch where he punches forward, and if you press hard punch one more time, he'll step forward and then extend both his hands downwards. It looks like Heihachi from Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where he does that follow up to his Rekka thing. It looks exactly like that. Basically, if you crush counter with standing hard punch, you can follow up with this target combo. Very like Ryu-ish, I would say, with his standing hard kick or standing hard punch, hard kick target combo. Now, crush counters. Akuma's got a lot of crush counters. He's got 3 and his crouching hard kick. So first crush counter is his standing hard kick, where, like I said, it only hits once now. He only kicks once. Standing hard kick, it does a full spin effect. So you get a full combo after this. The opponent doesn't fall to the ground. So full spin, stun. Crouching hard punch, his other crush counter. Now remember, his crouching hard punch looks different in this game. He kind of hits at a diagonal angle upwards, and it's definitely an anti-air, and it's also a crush counter. This, if you hit him on the ground with this though, it causes a crumple state. So the opponent will fall to their knees and then eventually fall to the ground. And then if you anti-air with it, it would be like the spin, just like any other crush counter when you hit him in the air. Standing hard punch is another crush counter. This is Akuma's traditional, where he punches straight forward. It causes a knockdown, exactly like Ryu's crush counter with his Steinhardt punch. Exact same thing. But like I said, you can follow up with this with another Steinhardt punch from his new target combo. Alright, let's talk about specials now. Specials, Fireball. Quarter circle forward punch, no surprise. It can be done in the air though, which is, you know, that's Akuma, right? You can only do it from a forward jump normally. In V-Trigger, you can, I think you can do it from a back jump, but I'll read my notes in a second here. It doesn't go full screen, so Akuma's ground Fireball does not go full screen. This is new. Strength determines distance, so I would assume the lighter Fireballs go further and the hard Fireballs don't go as far. Something like Chun-Li, for example. So Akuma is meant to be played aggressively. He's meant to go in with air Fireballs and then continue his offense. He's not supposed to zone. Okay. Eax Fireball does go full screen, however, and it does do 2 hits, but it does not cause a knockdown like Ryu's does. It's more like Ken's. The Eax Air Fireball only shoots 1 fireball. So the Eax Air Fireball is only 1 fireball, and the animation looks completely different from what we remember. He actually stalls in the air, and he sticks his hand out, and then he shoots the fireball way later. It looks like almost a full second. It could definitely bait anti-airs for sure. I'm sure that's what it's intended for. But he actually has an active hitbox. When he's stalled in the air, he actually has an active hitbox. I don't know if it's projectile or not. During the startup that protects him if they try to jump and punish him. They'll actually get hit anyways, and then the fireball launches out of his hand. Really, really sick looking animation, and you do actually see this in the trailer, I think. Alright, Tatsu, his Hurricane Kick. Quarter circle back kick, no surprise. It can be done in the air. The hard kick version of this kind of looks like Ken's. It's kind of crazy. He does a bunch of hits and then eventually goes into this. He kicks downwards and he knocks the opponent down, and it's like a combo finisher basically. And it looks more like Ken's style of his Hurricane Kick. It doesn't like travel full screen or anything like that. It's just multi-hitting and it ends the combo right there. Medium kick does a couple hits, and then you can follow up with an EX attack afterwards, like an EX uppercut, for example, just like any traditional like Akuma combos that we're accustomed to. The light kick version does only 1 hit, I think, and then you can follow up with a normal attack, like a crouching hard kick, for example. So you can go. So basically, to summarize, hard kick Tatsu is just a finisher. Medium kick Tatsu you can follow up with EX moves, and light kick Tatsu you can link with normals at the end. And EX Tatsu is just like Ryu's. He just spins in one spot, and you can do it in the air as well. Same airborne. Alright, Shuriken. DP motion and punch, no surprise. The medium punch is probably an anti-air version looking at the footage, and it does different hits depending on the strength, so it's multi-hitting uppercut. The EX version though is different. It does 2 reps like Ken's uppercut, where he moves forward and he does 1 rep and then a 2nd rep. Probably fully invincible, and yeah, looks like really high damaging, really nice. Teleport. Akuma has this teleport. It's a DP motion with 3 kick buttons, so there is no EX version. You can go back, you can go forward, and like I said, there's only 1 version of this teleport. It doesn't look like you can determine like where you go. It might be relative to the opponent, but I don't think so. It's probably a set distance. And yeah, like I said, no EX version. Demon Flip. The Demon Flip motion is really interesting. It's a half circle forward kick motion. And if you look at his long combos, it looks like he would put a lot of inputs, man, to do his combos, considering it is a half circle forward kick motion. I guess they didn't want to do a half circle back motion because then that would overlap the Tatsu, but yeah, it's kind of strange. Anyways, so his Demon Flip is, it's kind of like Kami's Hooligan, where he flips up in the air. We all know the Demon Flip, and then he has a bunch of follow-ups to it, just like Kami's Hooligan. So yeah, if you do no input, he lands on the ground and he does a low-hitting slide. Looks exactly like Kami when she doesn't press a button. And it auto-corrects, so if you flip to the other side of the opponent, he will kick towards the opponent. He has a punch follow-up, which is like his Demon Palm Slam, and it slams the opponent to the ground, so you press punch in the air while you're doing the flip. If you press kick, he'll do the dive kick where he goes straight down. The animation looks a lot different than his normal dive kick where you do the command normal down medium kick in the air. And then you can combo afterwards if you hit your opponent with this. He has the throw option where he does the Demon Flip into throw just by pressing throw, light punch and light kick at the same time. If your opponent is just standing there blocking. He can cancel the Demon Flip into EX special moves, his EX Tatsu for example, or his EX Fireball during the animation. It's a straight up cancel. Now the EX version is basically the same with all the same follow-ups, except that the EX version actually has its own active hitbox. When he's flipping upwards, it actually hits the opponent multiple times, so you combo into the demon flip itself rather than the follow-up of it. And then of course you do the follow-up afterwards. Really, really cool. I don't know if it has any like invincibility frames or anything like that. I doubt it though. And I don't know if you can use an anti-air. That'd be pretty sick though. Alright, let's talk about Akuma's V-skill now. So Akuma's V-skill, he's got two variations of it. You can press the medium standing, or you can press crouch down and the mediums at the same time. So basically Akuma goes into this stance. Looks like a parry stance. Looks very, like, really close to Ryu's Mind's Eye, his V-skill. And then what it does is, it will armor one attack. I don't know if it's multiple hits, but I doubt it. And I don't know if it can cancel into itself like Ryu's parry, but I doubt it. But basically, for all I know, is that it can armor one attack. And like I said, it's not a parry. You actually take great damage. So armor one attack, and then it's got two follow-ups from the stance. So when you're in the stance, you press either punch or kick. If you press punch, he goes into his palm strike where he strikes forward, and it causes a knockdown, and it's most likely safer than the kick follow-up. The kick follow-up, Akuma kicks straight up, and it allows a juggle. It allows you to continue your combo. It can be cancelled, and most of the time you'll cancel it into your demon flip for a follow-up. You'll see it a lot in the trailer. And you can cancel into this V-skill from cancelable normals, such as standing medium kick. We see it a lot in the trailer. So Akuma will link into a standing medium kick. He'll cancel that into the V-skill, into the kick follow-up and kick him upwards, and then cancel that into the demon flip. Basically his B&B. This is a really cool V-skill. It's a little combination between Ryu's, and it's like combo filler. It's going to be really reliable for Akuma to gain V-gauge with this, considering you can cancel into it and then cancel after it, and it's included in like his normal B&B string. Really cool. And of course the armor stuff is no slouch too. It helps him with a little anti-zoning, which is still looks like the case for Street Fighter V, what they want. And yeah, man, like I said, the difference between the punch and the kick versions, like if the kick one allows you to continue the combo, why would you do the punch version? And I would assume that the punch version is just safer on block. That's what I would assume. Okay, let's talk about Akuma's V-trigger now. Akuma's V-trigger is 3 bars, and when you activate it, it's a timer / passive V-trigger where it's active for him for a short amount of time. Now, it's kind of really close to Ken's V-trigger where it amplifies all of his special moves. So for Akuma, and he glows red as well, that's how you know he has it. His hair, around his head, it glows red. So first off, his fireballs are a lot bigger. They do 2 hits, and they go full screen, but they still do not knock down. Every time you throw a fireball, it literally consumes about 1/3 of his total V-trigger timer. So you can't spam this. They definitely don't want him to zone with this. The air fireballs become 2 air fireballs like we remember from Akuma, but it's optional. He can still do 1 fireball in the air if he wants to while his V-trigger is active, but if you choose 2 fireballs, I don't know what the input for this is. I couldn't see it in the move list, but I would assume that you'd press punch twice. Whatever, like if you did core circle forward, hard punch in the air, you press hard punch 1 more time and he'll shoot 2. Anyways, it consumes 1/5 a round of his V-gauge per double air fireball. Also, his Shuriken now has a canned follow-up hit to it now, so you can use it as a better combo finisher. Just more damaging uppercut, basically. He slams downwards after he does his multi-hitting uppercut. It consumes 1/3 of his total V-trigger, about, I would say. In his V-trigger, Akuma also has access to his Raging Demon. Now, the input for the Raging Demon is still the same. I'm surprised by this. It's light punch forward, light kick, and hard punch. Really surprised by this. I figured that, Capcom would change it up and make it something really simple. But no, they kept the tradition, which is great. Alright guys, now let's go over the trailer, and I'll go over like exactly what we're seeing on the screen and what he is pressing. Whoops, I forgot to mention the red fireball. Sorry guys. Anyways, this is Akuma's traditional red fireball where he can input half circle back and punch. It's still the same, and the strength determines the amount of hits it does and the startup speed. So the hard punch would be a really slow startup, and it does 3 hits total, and all 3 red fireballs do knock down your opponent, and they do go full screen. So Akuma does have a full screen fireball option. It's just a little slower, but it allows you to deal with other opponents' projectiles. And like I said, the light punch version would only be 1 hit, but it starts up faster, and the medium's 2 hits, and its average speed startup. He also has an EX version of this, and it's a lot faster both in startup and in speed, and it still causes a knockdown. So yeah guys, now let's break down the trailer. Alright, so we see the trailer start off with Akuma doing his teleport. There's a slight startup to it. And then Akuma does his down medium kick, command normal in the air, which is his dive kick. And then his new overhead, which is forward hard punch, linked into standing light punch, into light tatsu. And then he juggles with crouching medium punch, cancelled into Eax demon flip with no follow-up, which hits low. Alright, we see Akuma's forward throw now and knocks Ryu back, and then the hard punch version of his red fireball half circle back punch does 3 hits. Ryu gets hit by the 3rd hit, but you briefly see it, and then we see Akuma's back throw. Now we see Akuma's air fireball, which stuns Ryu long enough so he can link a standing medium punch, cancelled into a demon flip, and he resets with a throw follow-up. Now we see Akuma's V skill. He armors 1 attack, then does the punch follow-up, which causes a knockdown. This is the kick follow-up, which he cancels into the demon flip with a punch follow-up. Now we get to see Akuma's V reversal, and it's a knockdown V reversal. Alright, now we get to see Akuma's V trigger, which amplifies his specials. He starts with the fireball, which is now larger, does 2 hits, and goes full screen. And then we can see he has 2 air fireballs, which is optional if you want to do 1 or 2. Now we see Akuma do crouching medium kick, which looks like it has really bad range by the way, into his medium kick tatsu. Does 3 hits and can be followed up with an EX special, and he chooses the EX uppercut, which you can see now does 2 reps like Ken's. Now Akuma does standing medium punch, cancelled with the light tatsu, which can be followed with the normal, and he does crouching hard kick. Alright, so Akuma does standing hard kick, which causes a spin stake crush counter into hard punch, cancelled into V trigger, and then now he does his target combo, standing hard kick, into standing medium kick, cancelled into V skill, cancelled into kick follow up, and then he juggles Ryu with his Shuriken, which is the V trigger version, which has the canned follow up. Now we see Akuma do crouching medium punch linked into standing medium kick, 2 mediums that link confirmed. He cancels that into EX demon flip with the kick follow up, which juggles Ryu, and he has enough time to jump up and do an EX air fireball. And this is the non-V trigger EX air fireball. Next up we have Akuma standing hard kick, target combo, hard kick into hard kick. He then links the standing medium kick, cancelled into V skill, cancelled into kick follow up, cancelled into demon flip, cancelled into EX air tatsu. Now we see Akuma's new super looks very close to Urien's, where he slams the ground and a giant pillar of magma flies out. Now we get to see Akuma's Raging Demon, which can actually have details on what's actually happening now when he's hitting the opponent. And like I said, this is light punch, forward, light kick, hard punch. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Really nostalgic me doing a trailer breakdown. But anyways, Akuma will be available right away on December 20th. And you'll also include his story and premium battle costumes, as well as nostalgic costumes and his story mode, which is really, really sick. So I look forward to playing Akuma when he's finally released. So till then guys, thanks for watching and take care.